Hi everybody, my name is Bobbie Richardson. I'm back with another channeled messages of Ascension. This week has been incredible, honestly, and it's got nothing to do with my outside world. It's got nothing to do with, making more money or having more love in my life or anything like that. It's got everything to do with coming to realizations within myself. And the channel messages that I've been receiving are so exciting and so positive and so illuminating. And then along with that, to be able to put them into practice just has inspired me beyond. So I'm going to get to it and share with you what I've received so that you may get something out of this as well. The artwork behind me is something I did years ago, another New Earth feeling reality. It's of my two daughters holding a pyramid, and the DNA swirling up the vibrational pattern of colors, connecting to wisdom for them, and a little UFO there where they got the pyramid out of. Children in their own right, because they are closer to their soul. They have this innocence and acceptance about them that allows way more magic to come through them than what adults do. Adults lose their acceptance of life, and their passions and desires get crushed. Their souls get disconnected through the program that's been pulled over our eyes. So this is the artwork. Yeah. Let's get into these channel messages and this whole new perception that I've been gifted. It's going to take a while because there was a lot. So let's start off with, there was something that came through from my higher self on a message on the 7th of September. It doesn't matter how you are seen in this world, whether you are wealthy, a procrastinator, yearning for a relationship, successful, poor, a housewife, a stay-at-home dad, an office worker. It doesn't matter how you are seen in this world, as what you have become so far through the program of survival isn't what you truly are striving for, because your authentic self is searching for more. This is a program and an illusion. This is a program and an illusion pulled over your eyes, because nothing, and I repeat, nothing matters most than how you feel about yourself. And if you feel deep down that you're an artist in this moment in time, be that. If you're a cake decorator, a mechanic, an architect, if you want to learn all about space, do the spiritual work, connect to your soul, whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter. Your desires do count, and this world needs what you desire. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been put in this vibration to start with when you were a little child, when you came into this world. Because the true nature of things is to balance us all into the happiest, most peaceful, most adventurous life we could ever experience. But the system which we have all fallen into through feeling that we don't deserve what we truly desire is only built by a few people's ideals, as they strive to control humanity's reality through their own lack. They feel like a logical a methodical system telling you that your only happiness will come from hoarding wealth, as they do, would be the ideal reality. But if one has ever been wealthy, they would know that there's still something they feel is missing, as with this wealth comes the fear of losing wealth due to all being built up from outside themselves. This whole system is created on fear of the leaders not being able to control everyone. or fear of not trusting others, as you've been taught not to trust others, as one has not learned to trust and support oneself. Therefore, this fear-based society we now live in is only created from a victim versus controller leadership base. To step out of this, one would have to learn to see where they have given their power away to and stop supporting and loving oneself. One needs to ask the system, what kind of lifestyle are you giving me now? Not for the future, not as a precaution of what may happen what might have happened in the past. What is the system giving my reality right now at this moment to create my happiness? Because if it doesn't line up with your happiness in this now, in this moment, then you need to look at who you've given your power away to, who's leading you into such misery. So that was pretty full on. Yeah, 7th of September. Need I say more about that one? 8th of September. If you don't know what to choose for yourself as a soul, if you don't know, because we've been shown, told, really pushed into what to choose for our reality from a point of this, if you become wealthy, if you become powerful, then you need to go down this place, that place. You need to always watch out that you can survive, that you can have enough money to do what you want to do. If you want to be an artist, then you have to have a sideline job, all that sort of stuff. So what this message is really saying is, this is how you can choose. If you don't know what to choose, still as possible by calming your mind as much as you possibly can. Then feel into your heart and how much you love yourself and the things in this world that you already know you love. Make your decision from this space, not from a mind, which will only find a decision coming from the fear, because the mind needs to create limitations outside of yourself to confirm its own limitations, because the mind is limited. It can't imagine something new. The left logical mind is limited by its expression to only remember and copy and paste. That's why schooling systems are like that. That's why your whole education is based on read this, regurgitate it, copy and paste it, and then you get an A for your exam mark. Or if you're doing an essay, you have to do your essay exactly like this. Otherwise, you're not going to get an A. We tell you exactly how to do it. So that's only educating the mind. But what we want to do is we want to connect to our hearts. We want to connect to our soul, and we want to connect to our imagination, which is just is forever expanding. So what happens when we only connect to our mind? Because it has a fear of its own limitations and it has to confirm those own limitations that it has, it will only decide from what it can remember from the past. Okay, that worked in the past, we'll do that again here. Okay, that didn't work, that gave me a bad feeling, we're never going to do that here. But every moment in your reality shifts. Every moment there's somebody new coming into your life, new energies, new environmental spaces. Every moment's different. So if we're always coming from a fear that happened back in 1977 or something, or 2002 or something like that, where it felt terrible to make a decision in that, when we created that path, it felt terrible. If we bring that into the decision that we're making now with a whole different point of view, energy, people, reality, environment, we're already limited ourselves and we stop ourselves from expanding. But if in our hearts we say, now is the right time, now is the time that we do this, and then we expand. I know from my own point of view, I've done this a million times. I've tried to set up business after business with my spiritual pursuits, my artwork, my music, and it failed. It failed. Every single thing. I've written books, everything got to a certain point and it failed. Now, if I'm to keep down that road of seeing that as a failure from what my mind is perceived, I will never try that again, right? But I'm lucky. I can feel into my soul. I can feel into my heart. And I know 100% that now is my time. Now is the time is right to do this. Now the energy on the earth has shifted. Now the people are going to be woken to wanting to know more outside their mind. They want to know how to connect to their soul. Now it's my turn to stand up and shine. So that's what this is saying. So if you don't know what to choose for yourself, what path to choose in any decision, you can sit down and feel into your heart and just quiet the mind and just feel the vibrations around you and go, is this a good time to do this? Is this the right time? Do I feel good? Am I getting excited? If I'm getting excited, do it. If you're getting excited, do it from that place. Even if it's something that you tried in the past and it failed, that's why we're quietening the mind. Also, if you give your reality away to those who direct you through their fears, your reality enforces and confirms their truth to be afraid. If you take the reins of your own life and see the beauty in this moment, creating everything from love, you will always be gifted a life of love because your foundation is that, and the universe will always reflect your reality with the vibration you make your decision from. So really what we're doing when we are afraid, if you give your reality to those who direct you through their fears, say, for instance, there are people out there that are trying to control your reality and they are afraid that they cannot control you. If you decide to follow into their footsteps of being afraid of them because they seem fearful and you don't feel powerful, you're enforcing and confirming their truths too, to be that controlling person. You're actually helping them become even more controlling. So that's another powerful one as well. 9th of September. This one is to Australia. This is to all the Australians going through such hardship at the moment, being controlled at the moment. This is to Australians. Another channel message that I received on the 9th of the 9th, 2021. I had to think then for a moment. Australia is that part of Gaia or Earth where creations are imagined and dreamings are birthed. This is one of the reasons why those still grasping to hold on to their power over the people are working on the people of Australia. They are trying to limit the dream. So what it's saying is that the dreaming of Earth herself, Gaia herself, comes from Australia, like our imagination. This is the place of imaginings. This is why Aboriginals had the dreamings. So they're trying to limit the dream, to limit our reality. So they're starting off at the point of on Earth to try to squish, almost to try to squish Gaia herself's imagination through the people, because the people, I've been told, are like neuron paths of Mother Earth herself. So if they can squish and put people in fear on Gaia herself, then they'll start with Australia. But there are many, many light workers here holding no fear. I'm one of them. No fear. They're sending out energy and frequencies to wake those in powerful positions of opposition to these controlled leaders that are trying to stop this beautiful evolution of Gaia and humanity together.
When the whole of everyone have decided to end all old programs, and this was already foretold eons ago that this will happen and is happening, then the crumbling of all the old programs will all fall away, as that which is hidden from the eyes of those in denial is coming forward to be so obvious that even those people in the mainstream that hold huge pride in allowing others to lead them into such limitation will soon have to face this truth as well. So huge shifts are happening as we speak, and they're coming, and many people have been woken up in droves at the moment. Others whose mission is to bring in new teachings will be inspired as well. We are doing it, people. We are moving into this new reality that we desire. So this morning, 11th of September 2021, I got up, my mind was whirling as usual. And then I just started thinking to myself about giving and receiving. Now, my biggest blocks have been in receiving, because I always find it very easy to give, but to receive has been, I feel like I'm out of control, feel like I don't deserve, feel like I've always felt if someone has to give to me, then I have no control over my reality. My father loved that. He was always, don't let anyone give to you, because then you will owe them. That was his big thing to say. So, in taking that power back and realizing that I have these blockages, I've sort of imagined myself as this breathing unit of releasing and accepting, and releasing and accepting, or giving and accepting. And so what I was shown to do is to close my eyes. So if you want to do it now, you can close your eyes and you can breathe in and feel that coming, receiving into you. And I sort of felt through, as it was going through me, the breath was going through me, where my little blocks were of annoyance and apprehensiveness. And then I breathed out and gave to everybody all this love. And then I started breathing in love again. And as I was doing it, I was realizing, wow, for me to breathe out love, I need to learn to breathe in love without any blockages, without any sort of mind games and tensions within my body, and just allow it to be, allow this constant flow of energy pouring through me. So that was really interesting. I sat in the bottom of the shower and I just breathed like that for, quite a while, just kept doing that. And I started feeling more and more empowered, because I was accepting this flow of beautiful energy coming and leaving me, coming into me and leaving me. And the flow was giving me this understanding of my power. I just wanted to share that with you in a small meditation that you can try yourself. These are some of the lessons that I learned this week. The more aware you are of creating your own reality and taking responsibility of that, the more you'll notice outside your world as a whole reflects your shifts. The truth comes easier to those who ask for it from love. In my journey, mainly deception comes from asking anything from the vibration of fear. And also another lesson, to move reality, one needs to center oneself in the natural vibration and then ask to shift what's learnt and not be learnt or not needed anymore for the love of all involved. But a natural vibration can only be reached by accepting all or learning the lesson which brought you
the issue up in the first place. The more resistance you're fighting the problem, the more the issue is fed and becomes more. Okay, this is a small one, 11th of the 9th, 2021. Instead of fueling those leaders who are trying to control us with anger, which gives them reasons to create more restrictions and unlawful rules, let's put all our energies together and create what we want individually or collectively to create the peaceful, free life that we want. Even think outside the box if you have to, but at least start focusing in on what we really want. What do we want our reality to look like? Do we want lots of, we want shelter, we want transport, we want free everything, free shelter, free transport, peaceful minds, beauty, love, emotional support, nutrients, medicines, you name it. Feel like we're worthy, feel like we've got something to do in this world. Just feel into that, leave the money side of it out of it for now, and just imagine what that exchange looks like for you, what you can give to the rest of humanity in that inward breath, in the outward breath, and what you can receive of energy coming on the inside. So what they're showing me is with that breathing exercise is when you breathe in, you're receiving everything that you need, and you feel into that feeling of what that feels like. Imagine if all of that was gifted to you, and then when you breathe out, you and all your talents and everything that you love that makes your soul happy breathes out to the world and gives them that. This isn't just something that we want to do just within our minds. Eventually we want to do this outside ourselves. This is how we want to create our new reality, by everybody breathing in what we need and breathing out what we can give, and breathing in what we need and breathing out what we can give. So we wake up in the morning and we're already in the vibration of receiving. And then we're already in the vibration of, oh my God, I just want to share this, or I just want to build this, or I just want to help this person with this, or I really feel a yearning to, go plant some seeds, or go forage in the forest for something, or go find some beautiful clear water, or learn how to meditate, or learn how to use even more gifts of myself, learn how to be telepathic, or learn, you can use your imagination as far as it wants to go, but you're giving out to the world and wanting to teach others how that is, and you're receiving. What do I need for the work for today? I need fresh food, I need fresh water, I need fresh, clean air to breathe, and all of that. So we're now coming into this beautiful harmony within ourselves of breathing in what we need and externally breathing out what we can gift to the world. So that was one of the most powerful lessons that I learned this morning. The other channel message that I got this morning, oh my God, this was very powerful. When you can get to the point of accepting all without judgment, anger, wanting to control, sadness, guilt, and so forth, when you can get to the point of all in your reality as the amazing, incredible story that you created, and that you can observe this with only love, you have reached the ability to shift your reality through this acceptance of all and recreate a whole new reality. This came after a meditation that I did. And what happened in the meditation was I felt powerfully, and I just felt powerful love within myself, just to be extremely powerful and just love. That's all I was feeling. And then the mind was bringing in things that I would have otherwise been fear of. So my mind was, what happens if, I don't know, they try to push a vaccine on me, or they try to, or the Queen is in front of me and she's just reprimanding me, and all this, the kind of the worst things in my reality that you could kind of conjure in your brain. But every time something hit me, because I was I was in this powerful love essence of myself and feeling that much power from that. It was below me. It wasn't affecting me. There was no emotional response. There was no anger. There was no guilt. There was no judgment. It was just, a story, another story, another story. And if I felt a slight skewer feeling, and that with the vaccine thing, I did actually feel a little bit of I centered myself into that love again, just felt myself as that powerful ball of love, and went and just said to myself, no, that I am one. I'm one with myself, and I'm only coming from love, and that's not what I need in my reality. And so it shifted it to just being love again. Just something you can try when you're meditating. So this is how we're going to start to recreate this whole new reality. We breathe every breath with acceptance and breathe out every breath with acceptance. Then you are the most powerful point of your reality. And why shouldn't you be? All of that. After all, you are the center of your reality. You, as the observer living within this avatar of your body, is the observational point of all. Therefore, the amount of love that you feel you are is the amount of love and acceptance that is within your reality. Maybe think about that one for a bit. There are trillions of points of views of reality from every animal, every insect, every plant life, and more. Weakness only comes from the point of the observer feeling like others are more powerful than they are. A cat is a good example of this, for a cat will always be the queen or the king of their reality. Even if you tell it off, all it will do will take a moment later, and it will still be the king and the queen of its reality. All animals have this within them, unless it is driven out of them through gifting their reality to another to take control. That is why you can never control a wild animal, because they are completely connected to their soul, and their soul makes them the king and the queen of their reality, because they are the only point of that existence. As that animal would rather die than you try to control it. You could try to contain it, like in zoos and stuff, but many would stop eating, as their connection to their soul would always leave that contained, stuck reality and rather be born into a free one. They have such a strong essence with themselves that you could never control an animal. Nearly every human is given their reality for another to control them. That's the problem that's what we're coming out of. That's the illusion that we're coming out of. They have been so controlled that many souls find a way out before they feel too contained. And then we've got all these suicides happening at the moment because we're becoming more and more and more contained by the pressure of our leaders. All they need to do is to take that power back, take responsibility for themselves back, know their immune system, know who they are, know that they are powerful, know that they can heal, and trust us once again in all that they desire and their passions to live on earth as free human beings. They can guide them for their greatest good rather than trusting their reality to a leader who knows nothing of their desires or potentials. So every leader that you've gifted your reality to, they don't know you. They don't know your soul's journey. They don't know your passions. They don't know your desires. They don't know what you can give to the table. They have such a limited view of what reality is. And yet your soul has this expansive, beautiful, imaginative reality that can come forward. So what they're asking us to do, what the Spirit is channeling through me and asking me and everybody else to do, is to connect back to our soul and fire from that desire and passion and trust that, because it's leaving it up to somebody else to tell you what your reality is going to be is no longer going to happen anymore. This reality, the energy on earth and Gaia herself is expanding so fast. it's just going to burst forth. And all of those that are following and following others and not connecting to their soul, they are going to be even more and more and more and more and more controlled. It's not going to stop. It's going to keep going until your soul will either leave your body, or you'll just burst forth and go, I'm not doing this anymore. And that's really what's happening at the moment on Earth. Oh my gosh, so that was huge. I love you guys heaps. I will leave you with that. Until next time, bye.